Our topic is conditions for constructive and destructive interference. Before starting to learn about the Young's double slit experiment, we'll first understand the conditions for constructive and destructive interference. And for this, we have already learned from my previous lectures. You can see the superposition principle. So we'll apply superposition principle to find out the condition for constructive and destructive interference. So in this lecture, we'll find the amplitude of resultant wave by applying superposition principle on the different displacements of two waves. So we are having two waves. The equation of displacement for first wave is given by y1, which is a1 sine omega t, and this equation is of wave from source 1. Now we have another equation of displacement that is given by y2 is equal to a2 sine omega t plus phi. So in earlier equation we had only omega t, not any other thing added to omega t. So why this is phi is present here? So now see, phi is present here as, consider this first wave given by y1. This wave is starting from the origin and going towards the right direction smoothly. Now we have another wave that is given by y2. This wave is starting somewhere from this point. Now see, this is moving. When we see and compare both the waves, we see that this wave was starting from the origin and the second wave y2 having the displacement y2 is starting from here. Means when comparing both the waves, we see that there is a small difference between the two waves. So that difference is known as phase difference. It means that the wave y2 is starting when wave 1 has completed this much of angle. So this is known as phase difference. That's why we have included phi in the equation of displacement of second wave. Now moving on. Now we are going to apply the superposition principle to our further derivation. So this is the superposition principle, and according to superposition principle, we know that the resultant wave, the resultant displacement of two waves when they are overlapping each other is given by the sum of individual displacements of the wave. So we'll simply put the values here. Y1 is given by a1 sine omega t, so here we have written it, plus y2, so a2 sine omega t plus phi. Now here at this point, you can see we can apply sine a plus b formula in our derivation. So we are applying sine a plus b formula, and we know that sine a plus b is sine a cos b and cos a sine b. So here a is given by omega t and phi is denoted as b. So now this will be same, a2 will be as it is, sine omega t plus phi is, we apply the formula of a plus b. So now we get sine a cos b, that is phi, plus a2 will be as it is here, cos b sine cos a sine b. Now from this second point, we can take sine omega t common. Here we have sine omega t. So taking sine omega t common, we are left with a1 plus a2 cos phi from these two terms, and the third term will take out cos omega t from it. So we are left with a2 sine phi. Now moving on, we'll assume that a1 cos phi is taken as a cos theta and a2 sine phi is taken as a sine theta. So we replace it, and here I have written a cos theta is replacing a1 a2 cos phi, and a2 sine theta is replacing a2 sine phi. Now this equation gives the form of sine a plus sine b. Here we have sine a and this is theta, so it omega t will denote A and theta will denote, see, omega t will denote A, fine, and theta will denote B in this equation. So we can rearrange it. So finally we get the form like y is equal to A sine omega t plus phi. This is the resultant of the superposition of two waves. So this was the final answer for this. Now comparing y1, y2 and y3, y1, y2 and y, we get capital A. This capital A is the amplitude of the resultant wave. Now what we have to do, we are having this amplitude, we know that, and we get the understanding that this A is the amplitude. Now how to find out the value of amplitude and the expression for amplitude? So we'll have this equation, A cos theta equal to A1 plus A2 cos phi will be taken as equation number 1, and this equation A sin theta is equal to A2 sin phi, this will be taken as equation number 2. Squaring and adding both the equations 1 and 2, we get A square cos square theta plus A square sin square theta. Here I have written here is equal to this whole square, and this will be also whole square. So we get A1 A2 cos phi whole square plus A2 sin phi whole square. I have already squared it. Now this thing, sin square theta plus cos square theta, taking A square outside, we get 1. So A square will be as it is, and here we open A plus B whole square formula, we get A1 square plus 2 A1 A2 cos phi, and here A square cos square phi, and it will be as it is written. Now A1 square will be as it is, and here also we can take A square common, and what we have left with, sin square phi plus cos square phi, which is 1. So we finally get A1 square, A2 square. Now we have got this formula, this is A square. To find the value of A, we remove this square, so we put an under root here. So this is the expression for amplitude of resultant wave. Now intensity,